hope y'all can hear me, because I don't really want to... Shit, I should have gotten the music up before this. Okay. Okay. Drill home. Wow, that's so cool. Where... Sharma. Best Pokemon battle. My own playlist. Oh my god. That's so good. We stand. Alright, how's that? Oh my... I'm so sorry. There. Alright. How about that? Alright, so let's get this thing started. There we go. Alright. How is everybody doing? It is Scary. And today, I'm finally back. And we are doing... Well, I don't know how long it honestly has been, but... PWC, UBDL, little crossover team tour type thing. I am on Team UBDL. There are 10 of us, I believe. And week 1 is... I think it ends tomorrow, and my battle's tomorrow, so... We're hoping this goes well. But... yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. This format, you kind of do the draft. Well, obviously, you do the draft beforehand, but you can't make transactions. You're limited to 8 months, 90 points, regular point system. So you're still gonna have 20-point mons. You're gonna have like 18, 19, etc., etc. And the big fun part is that you can kind of make your dream teams. The only people you have to worry about, quote unquote, sniping, is the rest of your league. And we all built with each other in mind. Some mons that were drafted to one team, we had to remove and replace with another, stuff like that. So, without a further ado, let's get right into this. I don't know what this 108 is, that's why that's typed in. Just do that. Alright. So, the mon I wanted to build around, I noticed nobody was really building around, and I kind of built this with everyone in mind. I didn't want to take anybody's guys, and I wanted to build my own little unique thing, so I tried to do that in mind, and I tried to go with Iron Valiant. I haven't actually used this mon. I've really wanted to. It's one of the best in the format. Extremely versatile, you know, mixed attacker with min-max stats, can live some physical hits, and huge move pool. And there's just so much fun stuff you could do. I want to do an imprison strat. This, we'll talk about it when we talk about my week 1. So whenever that comes out, well, we will definitely be talking about some of these moves, because Iron Valiant's one of those mons you bring every week, no matter the matchup. There's some high tier mons where they do have some bad matchups where we can't really bring them. But Iron Valiant usually has a great matchup. It just got priority vacuum. Huge move pull, and it can just do so much shit. So that's why I want to bring Iron Valiant. And then the next 2 mons I want to do first are Victini and Corviknight. I believe I actually got help. Well, I think all of us really helped each other, but specifically, ooh, spoilers. For another league. I think I'll probably post that one second then. This one? Alright. So if we go over to UBDL, and actually, this is the wrong Google Sheets. This is, Pranktail. Where's UBDL? Everybody? Okay, there. Yeah, so this is what this was. Team drafts. If we scroll over to mine, can you guys see that? Yeah, I'm blocking it. So here's mine. Well, actually, this isn't the finalized team, so I didn't spoil it. But this is my original team. I wanted something with Valiant, I wanted something with Victini, and then just kind of, you know, have a fast attacker. I wanted to be able to break for Valley, break for Victini, whoever my end game is. Shocks can kind of just get those hazards up. Ilmuse can do things like set all this type of stuff. That can be really beneficial, and just, you know, Wish Passer as well. Sinistra, which I want to try out. It also just kind of fits pretty well in this team. And then Muck. So that was the base plan for this team, and I was happy to be able to keep, I guess, these 3 intact. But the rest are pretty similar to that, to be quite honest. But yeah, they were also like experimenting with like Valley Vic, and then Valley Vic Corv, and then like Curum, Quagsire, Electrode H was like brought up a ton of times. But it was kind of just like Wheezing was also brought in. Just a lot of stuff like that. So all that, all that to pretty much say, these core 3 members were always going to be here. They all kind of check each other, or not check each other, but like they synergize extremely well with each other. You have 2 mons that can U-turn, you have something that can just take a ton of hits, and it's generally one of the best walls in the game, and can boost, can defog, all that kind of stuff. And it's not really a dormant wall where you can like set up on, because you know, 87 base attack is nothing to scoff too much at. And then Victini, obviously, again, another mon that's very versatile and can do a lot of functions where it can scarf, and it's Victini. So after that is when the team kind of gets a little freaky, to say the very least. So as I alluded to, some mons on there were a ton of drafts of that team. A lot of those mons that you saw, like Curum and Sharpedo, they just didn't make the cut. I wanted to originally go with Swampert, but I was kind of, it's good. It's really good, and I think it fits the team extremely well. It's a water ground type, which is really good. It just can take so much hits, and it, Corvette and it are kind of like really good synergy. Sorry about that. But then it's kind of like, I want a Mega for this team. I want something. There's no point really going Swampert, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll go Mega Swampert. And Mega Swampert's interesting because I can set my own rain if I really wanted to and have like a Mega Swampert endgame. But there's also stuff that you'll see where it just synergizes extremely well. And besides from that, obviously, thing gets rocks, it gets flip, base 150 attack with amazing defenses, means that you could really go defensive, into some pretty good stab if you're going slower. It gets toxic, it gets, you know what Swampert, Mega Swampert does. I think it just, again, it just synergizes extremely well with what we have. Yeah. I kind of wish I did get like a Politoed or Pelipper just to like support it a little bit more, but then it kind of fucks with Victini, and it's just like, it's kind of strange. I want to make a Swampert for just improved defenses, improved attack. Not being able to run leftovers is kind of, you know, kind of sucks. But if we're being honest, it's not the end of the world, so we're all cool for that. Next mon, Sandy Shocks. I love Sandy Shocks. Another really versatile mon, because you could just, what versatile means, you could just bring a ton of sets. You can run AV, booster energy, scarf, specs, that whole shebang. It also just gets some weird some weird moves that you wouldn't expect it, like Iron Defense Body Press is really, really good. It gets hazards, gets a way to status people with Thunder Wave, gets pivot with Volt Switch, which you can see the trend of the team. Being able to pivot around, being able to get sweepers in like Valley or Victini, or hell, even Mega Swampert, or even Sandy Shocks. Being able to just constantly be able to make something out of nothing is going to be really nice. And yeah, I mean, I think it has pretty solid synergy. I think Electric Terrain plus Valley is kind of funny. But that's just me like now looking at it. At the time, there's definitely reasons for all of this, but I'm trying. I'm getting through it. Next. A mon I probably should reveal last, just because it might not seem pretty significant. But Illumise. I did kind of reference this earlier, but Prankster Wish is kind of valuable. Prankster status moves are kind of valuable, especially with its huge status move pool. It can kind of just do a ton of things. Does it actually get Electric Turn now? But it would have been cool. It would have been really nice. But you get stuff like Sunny Day, which could be very beneficial towards Sandy Shocks. And it just gets a huge move pool, and it's going to be really nice. It can do Wish Pash for a mon Swampert, which doesn't get Wish, or it doesn't get recovery besides Rest, Sleep Talk, which is not good. So, yeah. Last 2 mons, I'll actually kind of reveal together. It's Brute Bonnet, which is kind of interesting, and Muck, which is a staple. I wish I could have went with Alola Muck, but I actually don't remember if it was like points or somebody else here. I already revealed my team, so I can check this out for y'all. Lola Muck, I think it might have been like 9 points, or it might have been just too much. I forget. Where's Muck? Where's my boy Muck? Spell that thing backwards. Where are you, Muck? Where are you? 13. Yeah, no, that's way tue much to me. Usually Muck is like that 10-9 point category. I feel like personally that's where I've seen it. I think 13 is more accurate, but I think that's just too much for me. Um, so we'll just go regular muck's fine, and it does a lot of things arguably better than Alola muck, but I think Alola muck generally outclasses it. Because one of the things it would be nice is to be a dark type. If this was Alola muck, I think this fits a whole lot better. If I'm being completely honest, Root Bonnet's fit is kind of like questionable a little bit, but it kind of fits with this like photosynthesis core, but it also kind of conflicts with Swampert. Um, Meaning I can run a lot of different things, but at the same time I'm kind of restricted on some of the things I can run. I can't run X, Y, Z together and stuff like that. But Brute Bonnet's pretty nice. It has a pretty good move pool. The biggest thing is obviously Spore Taunt. Sucker Punch is like that's pretty common trio of moves. You also have some like, cool special stuff. 79 isn't the best, but it's also not the worst, so you could experiment with stuff like that. And it's just a great wall breaker. You can never have too many good wall breakers, so something like being able to pivot this in and being able to do stuff like that is pretty cool. And then Muck. Usually for all mucks, I think I generally only run 2 sets, and that is Black Sludge or Assault Vest plus 4 moves. And usually Knock is in those, usually Poison Jab's in those, and then usually it is Poison Touch. So pretty standard muck sets are probably going to be used. It's muck. I think everyone knows what muck's purpose is and what it does and whatnot. So um, yeah, that's my team. I'm excited. I'm really hoping I can at least personally do well, but I hope our team as a whole does extremely well. I don't know how far we're gonna go, but there's definitely a lot of coaches on here, which I know obviously are extremely good for this team. So I'm really excited, and I'm also versing coaches from like other leagues. For example, week 1 I'm versing Swarm, which is actually I believe head by Vikavolt. And if you don't remember who Vikavolt is, I think we've been in the first, or the last 2 or 3 UBDL drafts. This is not UBDL, right? No, that's it. UBDL. I have UDBL and UBDL. So, this is UDBL, but UBDL we were in for last 2. That's so confusing. I'm sorry. But I'm very excited, and that's the team. I'll see you guys later. Peace.